Hey, how y'all doing? So it looks like today was the unofficial Take Your Monkey to Work day, and I thought it would be a good opportunity to share with you all 2019 Honda Monkey. A little bit about this bike. I first learned about it in, I guess, early 2018. I went down to Riva Motorsports. I worked with a guy named Gustavo Guarda, great guy. Feel free to mention my name if you go down there and want to talk about bikes. He knows everything there is to know about them, and he's a great salesman and takes care of you. So I went down there about February of this year, and they didn't have any on the horizon until summer, so they were expecting delivery in May. Put my name down for a yellow one. I was the only one trying to reserve one, but they had 5 coming in. I was happy with that. I didn't think I was going to do a ton of work to the bike, but when I realized how easy everything was, just bolting on, and I couldn't help myself. I'm going to do a walkthrough of all the mods I've done to the bike, and just kind of show you guys everything I've done. I'll also include the price points that all my parts and modifications cost. $0 on labor for all these mods because I did them in-house. Pretty proud of that. My last motorcycle was a 1974 CB360, also a Honda, but needed a lot more TLC. It's just an expensive thing to be bringing a bike to a mechanic for a lot of, serious work. The labor hours add up, and, it all depends on, I don't know what it all depends on, but that's why I like to buy a brand new bike and do all the work myself. It's reliable, starts every time, and I'm having a heck of a lot of fun riding it. So without further ado, I'm gonna give you guys a walkthrough of my Honda Monkey and all the things I've done to it. Okay, so here's my aftermarket exhaust. This is the Zoom Brute exhaust. It's like 265 bucks, I think, from the manufacturer on eBay, shipped from overseas. The stock exhaust came up like this and had this fairing here, heat shield that was black and chrome. I bought this aftermarket. It's just a cap, but it covers the bald spot left when you take off the stock exhaust. The Zoom Brute exhaust is routed from the head underneath the bike up and out. It's got a great sound. I'll probably fire it up later on in this video, but I just want to show you this, and this is here because the exhaust I got routed underneath. I really like the look of this exhaust. It's kind of burly, has a deep sound. It's fitting, being that it's called the Zoom Brute, B-R-U-T-E. So yeah, so that's the exhaust upgrade that I did, and the frame panel, just to keep it consistent. I got lucky. They did have a body painted yellow version. They had a black one, a red one, and a body painted yellow. And I got like one of the last couple body painted yellows. It was like 120. So $265 for the exhaust. This stupid panel cost me $120, and I situated the exhaust scene on the right side of the bike. Moving toward the front of the bike here, this is the intake that I got from Man in the Box. This is the Man in the Box, I guess it's a cold air intake or just a Man in the Box performance intake. This is a proprietary tubing that they're using. It bolts on here at the intake, and I'll show you on the other side what the red filter looks like. This is just a little tiny filter here. I guess you can kind of see it. So yeah, you get the Zoom logo there on the Brute exhaust. And yeah, so there's an intake and exhaust, and I'm gonna pick the camera up here and kind of show you stuff on the top. Put the Pro Taper bars on. I trimmed 1 inch from either side. So these are, I think they ship at 30 inches. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's like 20. I feel like these bars are about 27 inches wide. So I trimmed both of them quite a bit. They're pretty slim now. They're real lane slitter bars. And these mirrors I also put on, which are black and a bit thinner than the big chrome round ones that come on the stock Monkey handlebars. So I did that as well. And I put Ori grips. I've always had Ori grips on like my old mountain bikes and things like that, so I figured why the heck not. This is not the OEM, what the hell is this thing called? rear rack. This is made by a different company. It's not a Honda rack, and it's got a little bit more surface area, which I like. Got a bit more surface area than the OEM Honda one. Right now I've got a net on there, bungee net. This is really, really secure. You can just strap whatever you want back there. I also keep a lock. This is like a simple bike lock, 4-digit combo lock. When I go, if I'm at a restaurant or something, I like to lock my helmet, keep it secure that way. These are not Öhlins rear suspension. This is, I can't remember the brand, maybe like YSS or something. It's just an eBay find. They were 150, 140 bucks for the pair. And I had some Öhlins decals. I just slapped them on, who gives a shit. And I also did the Fender Delete, which is a Yoshi Fender Delete kit. You can see here the Yoshi logo. And that looks pretty slick. Even though this kind of whale tails the back end, the Fender Delete makes it a little less back heavy, if you can see kind of the different angles of it. So here's the red filter on the Man in the Box intake. And I thought it matched nicely with the Honda emblem, Honda red. And I think that's it as far as the mods on this bike. The startup process on the Monkey. Just want to let you guys hear how it sounds once I fire it up. Thanks for watching. Again, I'm going to try to splice this together, and should be a nice rip home after work on the Monkey. Cheers.